How much time should you really spend on making each video? Does it really take days to make a single video? And are you ahead of the average or behind? We'll sit back and find out because we're starting right now. Hey everyone, what is up? This is Tim of the People's Bookkeeper, where we always hit the mark. Make your mark in business too and share it on YouTube. Do that by subscribing now and turning on the bell notification. So there are several categories of YouTube creators, and across each category the rules and methods change for each content creator as they grow their channel. What you do and the processes that you use as a small content creator won't be the same as what you do as a mid-level or a high-level content creator. Now, channels under 5,000 subscribers are referred to as builder channels. And believe it or not, this comprises approximately 90% of all YouTube channels. The next category is referred to as trendsetters, and these are your channels that are between 5,000 to about 100,000 subscribers. And approximately 7 to 8% of all YouTube channels fall into this category. The final category is referred to as your celebrity category, and these are your channels that are 100,000 subscribers plus. And guess what? They only comprise about 1% of all channels. Now, what's interesting to note is you might think that the smallest channels would spend the most amount of time creating their content for their channel. Since the channel's small, you assume that they have more time and would invest more time into making better and longer videos. In actual fact, the exact opposite situation is what occurs. For channels under 5,000 subscribers, only about 30% spend at least 8 hours working on each video. For mid-range channels between 5 to 100,000 subscribers, it jumps up to about 45%. And for channels at 100,000 plus, it actually jumps up to about 70% that spend at least 8 hours working on each video. Now, obviously, you don't have to spend 8 hours at least making every single video. There are lots of content creators that might only spend 2 or 3 hours, or maybe 4 or 5 hours making a video. But what's interesting to note is the same statistical increase takes place no matter what category you look at and how many hours it takes for them to make that video. This means that a lot of content creators have the wrong mindset when talking about their channel growth. I've met quite a few that think once you make it, you don't have to put in much effort to continue to grow your channel. It would seem, however, to get there, you really need to put in a lot of time and effort at the beginning and continue to expand upon that as your channel gets bigger. Now, thankfully, as you get bigger and you start to have a decent revenue stream, you can hire a team of people to help you manage all those different areas of your channel and your business. But it's clear that the people that are spending at least 8 hours making a video are producing very high quality content, and you can see that in the explosive growth on their channel. This is truly what's helping them grow a lot faster and achieve a much faster rate of success with their channel. I mean, think about it. If you only put in a half an hour or an hour into making a video with no edits and no sound effects, no visual effects, and you don't put any effort into your title, your tags, descriptions, or thumbnails, you'll end up with a low quality production that a lot of people aren't going to be drawn to. So the difference we see is that a higher quality production, even at a slower rate of posting, can make a huge difference. So we're left with the question then, are the highest channels successful because of the time they've spent working on each video? Or are they now able to spend that time on it because they've become successful? Well, it's likely both working together, but I would highly recommend that if you're not spending very much time making your productions as good as they can be, that you start doing that now. I truly believe that this will help your channel get to that level that you're looking for and help you achieve the success that you want. Once you reach that high level, then your production value should be climbing significantly, and your time spent on each video should be increasing. With the income level to support it, you can produce really high quality videos that are going to be crowd pleasers and help you to continue to expand your audience and your reach. With a great team behind you, this will allow you the opportunity to continue to develop those awesome ideas and expand into those new areas. This will allow you the opportunity as well to then have longer and longer videos. Now, the writing part of your video will likely be one of the longest parts of the process in terms of making your video. Unless you're someone who happens to just wing the video, but at the very least I recommend that you have to use some sort of outline or bullet points so that you stay on track. People who wing it with no bullet points or script often end up going way off track with their video. Now, the actual filming part usually is one of the shortest parts of the process, but your editing is really where you should spend a lot of time producing a high quality video and making those little tweaks that are necessary to make your video successful. And yes, editing can take quite a long time to do, but it's highly worth it when you get those awesome comments and compliments on how well your video is edited. Now for myself, I currently invest somewhere between 4 to 6 hours per video, and that has changed over time. In the beginning it was a lot longer. Now that I've become a lot more efficient and better with my skills, the time invested is less, but it still is quite a process. I have had some that have been shorter, and I've had some that have been a lot longer as well. My suggestion would be when you're starting out to spend at least a couple hours on each video, and that's a great starting point that will let you develop your skills and get better at what you're doing without exhausting you. And as you get better at making your videos, you're going to naturally start to see a climb and an increase in your production and the amount of time that you're putting into making each video. You'll get more ambitious and you'll feel a lot better equipped to tackle those things along the way. Now, I'd love to hear from each of you what all of your thoughts are on time invested into each video, and how much time are you currently taking to produce each video of your own. Make sure to comment and leave your feedback below. Now, if you want to make your mark on YouTube, then check out these videos over here. They'll help you grow your channel. And if you're new to this channel, then please consider subscribing. Click my face and you'll do just that. I'll see you in the next video.